10 years of building at Ather. When we started back in 2013, there was so much we could build new because the scooter market had been sort of saturated for a while. We wanted to bring in a lot of new things to the Indian market for the first time, and we wanted to build all of that here in India. Over these last 10 years, Ather has taken some really big bets. And these bets have not just been big for Ather, they've pretty much come to define the entire Indian two-wheeler industry. You can start from the first company to build a touchscreen dashboard anywhere in the world, the first aluminum chassis for a scooter in India, the first mid-frame mounting motor, the first belt transmission, the first fast charger, the first lithium-ion battery, and of course, the crowd favorite, warp mode. It's been a decade of firsts for us, but not just tech. Over this decade, we've spent an incredible amount of time and effort in pioneering great experiences like reverse. When you brought to a scooter for the first time, I think it blew a lot of people's mind that a scooter could actually go back. Or auto hold, the experience of being able to hold your scooter without touching brake on a slope, or the concept of software upgrades, which makes the scooter continuously better over a period of time. But over all these things, two broad themes that people have always remembered the 450 architecture for has been performance and design.
.450 Apex is a result of a brilliant engineering insight. We wanted to reflect this on the outside through design. Our focus here was to move away from traditional auto looks and push its limits to the max, just like its performance, to celebrate the 10 years of building this iconic product. So the first thing was to pick a colorway. We went ahead and picked two bold colors that are in strong contrast to each other, that spoke the language of performance and are also very fresh. A unique blue for the body and a stark orange for the accent. Our body color blue is not something that we picked off the shelf. We've spent months developing it. It's a blue with red flakes in it to give it a very intense undertone. And then we worked on the finish. Not glossy, not matte, but a very rich satin feel. It's nearly impossible to find this anywhere in the auto world. We chose a stark orange for an accent because we wanted to show off something that others would never dare to: our chassis. The design is so clean that it inspired us to build transparent panels around it. A special die was created and one side was polished with diamond lacquer to achieve a mirror-like finish. It's the largest body panel on the vehicle, and only this process can build a flawless, transparent body panel. The material was also tinted blue to match the rest of the vehicle. We textured the panel from inside for a frosted look to create that drama in motion.
Two-wheelers are not built to be beautiful inside out. Most of them use large body panels to be able to hide the ugliness and the mess that's inside. That's not how we do things at Ather. The architecture internally has been so beautiful that till date, every experience center that we build has had a naked frame up on display. Transparent panels are damn hard to make. They're not easy. But we went all out to build them because we wanted to be able to show you the beauty that's inside. We want to be able to show you this beautiful frame that's built here in India. That's almost a piece of art. We wanted to celebrate that. Presenting to you the first scooter in the world with a transparent body. Besides design, the 450 platform is really known for its refined performance. And if you're building a special edition, an anniversary edition, then we better push the limits of performance in this architecture. So we began by taking a powertrain, especially a motor, and started pumping a lot more current through it. And we squeezed every last ounce of power out of the entire powertrain. And in the process, we finally managed to deliver something that many of you have been asking for a while. 100 kmph top speed in 450 apex. Hitting 100 is great, but the bigger deal here is that you have fantastic control over your scooter's handling and maneuverability at that speed. We've pushed the performance and gotten the speed, but we've also ensured that the apex stays composed and nimble even at 100. Exactly what a well-engineered vehicle should feel like. Pushing the performance has an even better upside. See, we all love going 0 to 40 on warp, and with Apex, we pushed the bar even higher. Introducing Warp Plus on 450 Apex. Warp was already quick, and Warp Plus is even quicker at 2.9 seconds. But it'll feel quicker than almost anything else on the road, and it's all down to that amazing throttle response. Whiplash, that instant kick that people love on this machine, is the result of near zero lag from throttle to the wheel. No scooter in India has been able to achieve this.
Unlike other two-wheelers, Ather Stack has made zero lag throttle a reality. In an ICE engine scooter, the engine registers the throttle input, it then drives the slow laggy CVT transmission, and then the wheels move. Even on the fastest ICE engine scooters, it takes a whopping 400 milliseconds to get off the mark.
But on an Ather, as soon as you engage the throttle, the ADC, our in-house built motor controller, instantly registers it and starts delivering power to the motor. Our control algorithms are engineered to deliver the best torque ramp in the industry. This, combined with a no-lag belt drive, alloy wheels, and performance tires, results in a launch time of just 90 milliseconds, faster than you can blink an eye. With Warp Plus, we pushed Ather Stack to the absolute edge.
That performance pump up means your Apex has more power, more torque, and with Warp Plus is quicker across all speed ranges. And finally, for the last experience, we have a twist in the story. Almost every experience in life is intuitive. Up goes up, down goes down. But somehow, in a scooter, on a motorbike, you use a throttle to increase speed and a completely different action to reduce speed. Have you ever thought about it? Why new drivers struggle to use the right side brake? They almost always use the left side brake, and you have to almost train new drivers to use left and right simultaneously. That's because if you're using the right side to throttle, it's damn difficult to also press the brake with the same hand. So we asked ourselves, is there a way to make riding more intuitive? Indeed there is. Introducing the first in the world only throttle ride, or as we like to call it, Magic Twist. Twist to speed up, twist to slow down, and twist to come to a complete halt. And if you're thinking this is just advanced regen, let me assure you, this is much bigger than that. It's a pretty big leap in the tech of powertrains. It's something we've been working on for the last few years.
EVs inherently have a feature called regenerative braking, but that's generally more attributed towards improving range or charging your battery. But it's a lot more than that. Its primary function is to do with braking, but the challenge is to activate its full potential. You can only push a limited amount of current back into your battery. For starters, the braking that Regen provides looks like this. It's highly inconsistent. It's nowhere close enough to do the job of braking. It has zero finesse. It's either on or off. So we use the complete power of Ather stack and built the magic braking algorithm. The algorithm redistributes the energy to the motor and the battery, which was regained from regenerative braking. This means on apex, the braking force is consistent across all charge levels. The braking power is substantial enough to bring your vehicle to a halt. On top of this, our algorithm, along with a re-engineered throttle, gives the rider a great degree of control over braking. So twist as you wish, little less to slow down and little more to stop.
Braking is all about confidence. See, the reason historically regenerative braking in electric two-wheelers wasn't very successful is because you could never get the confidence required. Secondly, you don't have enough braking force available to bring the vehicle to a complete halt. So you still need to rely extensively on your manual brakes. With this entire tech that we built with Magic Twist, we've been able to go way beyond regen and recreate the braking force required almost completely. In this graph, you will see, unlike traditional electric two-wheelers, which will cover only 20 to 40% of the braking scenarios, with Magic Twist, we've been able to push that number all the way up to 75%, which means it can cover majority of your city braking scenarios, making Magic Twist a fairly reliable braking experience. Because it works right from the first kilometer of charge, it also means you can start your day after a full charge and Magic Twist will start working. You won't have to wait for the battery to come down. You put all this together and what you've got is a borderline magical experience. It is so intuitive and it is so good. It's almost like the first time we felt riding in EV after riding petrol all this while. You can't come back. Once you start using something like Magic Twist, you can't come back to using manual brakes in the same way. It's very hard to explain this, but trust me, come February, when you will experience this in our showrooms, you will fall in love with Magic Twist and you will fall in love with Apex.